In this video, you'll learn about quantifiers or pronouns all, most, some, and none. Use all for 100% of something. Use most for a majority, so it could be 70%, 80, 90, 95%. It's going to be a large number. Some depends on the situation, so that could be anywhere between a small amount like 5 or 10, 20%, all the way up to 60, 70%. So this depends on the situation. And none is 0. All people need food, clothing, and shelter. This is a general statement using the pronoun all. This is actually functioning like an adjective describing the word people. This would be the subject and this is the verb. Or all of the people need food, clothing, and shelter. This prepositional phrase of the people describes what is now the subject in this sentence. This is the subject, and then the verb is need. And I'm thinking of a specific group when I use this prepositional phrase. Or if you know what I'm talking about, if you know that I'm thinking about people, then it's possible to eliminate the word people and just use this. All would be the subject, and then the verb is need. All need food, clothing, and shelter. It is possible to replace this word, all, with most. It does change the meaning. It changes the amount. Or you could use some. Some people need food, clothing, and shelter. Some of the people need food, clothing, and shelter. Or some need food, clothing, and shelter. Or it's possible to use none, but we couldn't use none here. Couldn't say none people. You could say none of the people. That's okay. Or you could use none here. None need food, clothing, and shelter. All of the students are in the classroom. This prepositional phrase is used with the subject in the sentence, all. And we know that this is plural, so the verb is also plural. But if I use a different prepositional phrase, for example, all of the traffic, this describes the word all. But the verb I use is singular because this is a non-count noun, and I have to use a singular verb with the subject here, all, because this describes the word all. All of the traffic is moving. It would not be possible to say all of the traffic are moving. You can't do that because, again, the prepositional phrase makes a big difference in which verb you use with the pronoun at the beginning of the sentence. In each of these two sentences, use the word taste. That would be the verb here. Some of the apples, and here the verb is plural because of the prepositional phrase describing the pronoun some. Some of the apples taste sour. But in this sentence, this prepositional phrase uses a non-count noun, lettuce, that describes the word some. So this is going to be singular. Some of the lettuce tastes bitter. Do you see the differences between these two sentences? These two sentences are in the present tense, and the main verb is be. Most of the work is finished. In this prepositional phrase, the word work is a non-count noun. It describes the subject most. And in this sentence, the prepositional phrase has a plural noun. It's a count noun, and it describes the word most. Here, you have to use the word are. Or we can change the pronoun to none. None of the work is finished. None of the tests are finished. You might hear some English teachers say that none is always singular, but I think it really depends on the situation or the prepositional phrase that's being used with this pronoun.